Every year, Inc. magazine ranks the fastest growing companies in America, and for the last 4 years in a row, you can find the name of one local company, Bath Makeover of Arkansas, owner Ron Jumper. Back with us here to talk about what is driving all this success. Ron, great to see you, man, and congratulations.
Well, hey, appreciate you having me. No, it's been a wild ride since I've had Bath Makeover of Arkansas since 2018. So if you told me when we first started it, I mean, it was little bitty. It started with just one plumber, one sales guy, and about and a couple of trucks, and you never would have thought it'd be where it is now.
Well, and congratulations on that. I guess it would be great to see how you came to Bath Makeover, because it was kind of a non-traditional way. You had actually done business with them as an ad agency, right?
Absolutely. So it all started because, you can't tell now because I'm a short white guy with a beer gut, but I played basketball in college way back when. And so after I got done playing basketball in college, I still liked to coach and be around the game. And so I actually started coaching a 7th grade boys AAU team. It was the Arkansas Bucks. It was all the parochial league schools that come together and play for Catholic. And my cousin was on the team, and then there was another gentleman on the team, or other coach, and his son was on the team. And I started doing lessons with him one-on-one and kind of getting to know that family. And then years later, they started a bath company. And I was doing their advertising for him, but he had a bunch of other investments, other things, and that were doing honestly a lot better than the bath company was doing. And I just approached him and was like, "Would this be something you'd be interested in, letting me buy from you?" And and so we worked out a unique deal, and it's grown tremendously over the last 7 years, and been a unique thing that we've opened up our second location in the Ozarks. I've got some of my family on my mom's side grew up in Deer, Arkansas, Newton County, the Deer Antlers for the 1A basketball fans out there. And then next week we've got our grand opening down in El Dorado for our El Dorado location for our Bath Makeover of the Arklatex. So.
Yes, congrats on that big third location there. How do you think your marketing background has influenced the way that?
Well, I always joke that Bath Makeover is now big enough to do the things I'm good at. So when we were smaller and I was more involved in, troubleshooting plumbing issues and things like that, which is not my background, that was when it was really fun. So I'm thankful that it's to a point that, I've got a master plumber on staff, and we've got amazing installers that, because we have the Home Depot program, they have to pass a very stringent background check and screening process. So, we can be more selective about who we bring on board to install the bathrooms for us. And so, we have a great team now, that a lot more resources than we did when we first started this thing, and it was just a small handful of us.
But Ron, you can have a lot of experts and people who are good at their jobs, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have a culture that is geared for success and growth, and you've also done that.
Well, so I think that's the biggest, some of the hardest challenge for entrepreneurs when it's small, is they're used to it being built around them and having to carry a lot of things, and then when they try to scale and that person they hire doesn't do it as well as they did, or this, that, and the other, they get frustrated. Maybe they kind of get stuck at a certain point, but if you're going to grow, it becomes about bringing people in and bringing people along with you, and it being less and less about me. Now I try to just make sure we're doing everything we need to be doing from a marketing, a technology standpoint, and then we hire the best people we can, and I try to stay out of their way and let rock stars be rock stars, and let them do what they do, and see where we can refine things, make things better. But it's become a people business at this point, of having a really good production manager, really good sales manager, really good office manager, and then training the best design consultants, installers, that we can.
I know it's oftentimes really difficult to find those really good employees, though. Do you have any advice to other smaller businesses of how to get that team together?
So recruiting is a year-round effort. It's not just a panic when you need somebody. We recruit year-round. We have job postings on all the different job boards, and we just renew them year-round. It is a constant thing of having a database of employees. And you also need to have a recruiting budget. You have a marketing budget. You have a budget for everything else. I think some people, they see that, this is going to be a few $100 to post a job posting on this, or it's going to, you need to have a budget for recruiting just like you do anything else, and it needs to be a year-round effort. Just because, particularly in the skilled trades, there's a shortage of really good carpenters, electricians, plumbers, and so, when that really good opportunity comes along, that it's a fit for us to bring on an installer or a plumber, we want to make sure we jump on it.
There's a lot of would-be entrepreneurs out there who would like to make that leap, the leap of faith that you made when you did this. it's more than just hope, though, right? I mean, I'm sure you did all your due diligence, everything else, but what other advice would you give to somebody who might be thinking about?
I can give you 2 different answers to that.
Okay.
So on the one hand, yes, absolutely. So I had the benefit of working, around Sherman Advertising,
Right.
and we specialize in home improvement advertising. So I got to see what the top home improvement companies around the country were doing. So I kind of had access to things that not everybody got to see. So that was the good side. There was a lot of data and a lot of opportunity there. But on the other side, I will say starting a business is not for the faint of heart. Sometimes the best laid plans just fall completely apart. And Bath Makeover was a perfect example of that. The first 6 months, I had a business partner. I originally was going to have a business partner. A business partner ended up backing out. Then 3 months after that, my top employee, the sad part, he actually passed away. And he was only 31. And so 6 months into it, I was down a business partner, down one of my key employees, and it was a lot of people told me to close it down. They told me, "Why are you still doing this? You've got your advertising business. Why are you even doing this?" But I'm just a little too stubborn. And so, business is not like sports. You only lose when you quit. There's not a time clock. So if you can still kind of keep fighting and work your way through it, maybe eventually you'll turn that corner. But it definitely was not. It definitely wasn't the way we drew it up.
Adapt and overcome, right? Yep.
Absolutely. Well, while you're here, what's going on with Bath Makeover of Arkansas that we should know about?
Well, so it's been great. So we just finished up our first ever. Last time I was here, we were talking about our customer appreciation event with Arkansas Travelers, where we rented out the pavilion at Dickey Stevens Park. We had 162 customers sign up for that. I mean, that's more than we did in bathrooms the first 2 years I was doing this. So that was great. And then we've got our grand opening next week down in El Dorado. We're going to do our ribbon cutting ceremony with the Union County Chamber of Commerce and all that. So, we just continue to do new things. We just became the official Bath sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks. So
there you go.
So,
Okay.
How about that?
so look for that hog logo, because a lot of people do. A lot of internet companies and bath companies, they try to bid on the Bath Makeover keyword on Google and things, and try to pretend that they're us. And so if you don't see that hog logo, it's not us.
Okay.
There you go. Accept, no substitute. Ron, again, thank you, man.
Appreciate
you having me.
Continued success.
And
You got
congrats.
this is a streak you got going here.
Hey, well, we appreciate you guys. You guys have helped us spread the word, so we appreciate working with you guys as well.
Thank you. I assume the check's in the mail. We appreciate it. Coming back, more weather right after this. Don't go away.